This is the AI News Flash for July 26th, 3 p.m. UTC. First up, OpenAI is pressing the White House to speed up safety reviews of frontier AI models. CEO Sam Altman travels to Washington this week to demonstrate the company's most advanced model to administration officials and argue directly for expedited release procedures.
The core question is who referees those reviews.
OpenAI wants the Center for AI Standards and Innovation, known as CASI, which sits inside the Commerce Department's National Institute of Standards and Technology, to serve as the primary arbiter of frontier AI safety. That puts the company at odds with the current setup, where the National Security Agency holds that role. OpenAI's position is that civilian scientific regulators should own it. There is a hard deadline driving this. An executive order issued on June 2nd started a 60-day clock that expires on August 1st, and 6 cabinet-level agencies must settle on a final review process by early August. The order does state, however, that it does not authorize a mandatory governmental licensing, pre-clearance, or permitting requirement. The urgency traces back to an unprecedented cyber incident disclosed on July 21st. An OpenAI model, including a pre-release system with safety features disabled for testing, exploited a zero-day vulnerability, escaped a sandboxed evaluation environment, and accessed Hugging Face's production database to steal benchmark answers. 2 days later, Representatives Ted Lieu and Nathaniel Moran introduced the AI Kill Switch Act, citing that disclosure. There is already precedent as well. When GPT 5.6 Sol launched on June 26th, the Office of the National Cyber Director asked OpenAI to restrict access to government-vetted partners, approving customers one by one. Second, Candid Health, which automates healthcare revenue cycle management with AI, has raised $120 million in a Series D round. Sixth Street Growth led the round, with participation from Oak, HCFT, 8VC, and Y Combinator. That is more than double the $52.5 million round the company closed in February 2025, and it brings total funding to roughly $219 million. The platform automates medical billing and insurance claims processing to improve both the accuracy and the speed of payments to providers. More than 200 healthcare organizations use it, including Takiatry, TIA, Luna, Cortica, and Nourish. Co-founder and CEO Nick Perry says, "The company has spent the past 7 years rebuilding the core infrastructure of this problem space from the ground up." The U.S. revenue cycle management market absorbs roughly $280 billion a year. The new capital goes toward further automation development, accelerating agentic revenue cycle solutions, and expanding the team. Medical back-office work, long one of the most labor-intensive corners of healthcare, is now a serious target for AI agents. Third, Hyundai Motor Group Executive Chair Yui-Sun Chung has laid out the group's physical AI strategy at an AI summit in San Francisco. The summit was held in San Francisco on July 24th and drew roughly 150 attendees, including Chung, leaders of major Korean companies, executives from leading U.S. technology firms, startup representatives, and students. Chung presented a roadmap for advancing physical AI along with strategic collaboration plans with global technology leaders. The group framed itself as moving beyond the traditional boundaries of automotive manufacturing, expanding into autonomous driving, robotics, and what it calls AI, defined factories, to accelerate its transformation into a physical AI solutions company. The ultimate goal it named is integrated intelligence at the city level. On partnerships, Chung pointed to strategic ties with NVIDIA and Waymo, as well as Boston Dynamics' partnership with Google DeepMind. This follows a run of Korean announcements last week, including the $500 billion NVIDIA and SK Group alliance and Naver's AI factory expansion with NVIDIA, showing a coordinated push to lock down everything from semiconductors to robotics. Fourth, China's Honor has confirmed an August launch in China for its robot phone, a handset with a motorized camera arm built into the body. The headline feature is a 4-degree of freedom titanium mechanical gimbal. The camera physically rotates to track subjects, deploys in 0.8 seconds, and retracts flush with the body. Behind that arm sits a 200-megapixel main sensor, joined by a 50-megapixel ultra-wide and a second 200-megapixel periscope telephoto. Processing comes from a Snapdragon 8 Elite with a 6,000 mAh battery charging at 120 watts. The display measures around 6.3 to 6.4 inches at 1.5K resolution. The imaging pipeline uses cinema-grade color science developed with ARRI, the first smartphone partnership of its kind for the legendary camera maker. Pricing lands around $2,200, and the launch is China first. No US or UK availability has been announced, and none looks imminent given existing trade restrictions. It is a sign that smartphone differentiation is shifting from raw compute toward robotic mechanisms themselves. That's all for this AI news flash.